welcome to the channel, or welcome back to the channel. Again, a beautiful day, and today I'm going to be installing wheel spacers on Old Grey. So we are widening the wheelbase of the Nissan Navara D40 model, and we're going to do that with 45 millimeters on each wheel. So on the axle it'll add up to about 9 centimeters, which is a pretty big thing. So on the back side, on the rear wheels, I think that's going to be no problem, as we have enough room here. And on the front wheels, I am really curious to see if the turning radius, if we change the wheels to bring them out a little bit more, if there's still going to be enough clearance when you're turning. So we're going to be checking that out, and we'll be taking you along for the process. All right, I'm going to get some stuff ready and we'll get to it. Okay, so here is probably what we'll be needing to do the job for today. We have the farm jack that we're going to be using to lift the car. We've got the wheel spacers all laid out. We've got some brake cleaner to clean stuff if we need to. And we got the power tools and the torque wrench to make sure that we can tighten everything up to spec. All right, let's move on.
This is my brother. He's going to break his car.
Okay, so we're using the farm jack to get the car up to height and get a wheel off the ground, which we have achieved.
Place the wheel under the chassis of the car near the wheel well where the wheel came off, so if anything goes wrong with your jack, the car and you yourself are protected.
We're using some brake cleaner to make sure that the surface is nice and clean, so we don't get sand in there before we put on the spacer. Okay. Don't want to forget to use the torque wrench, so we're using 130 Newton meters to get it all lined up. The same as we use on the screws that we're going to put on the wheel itself. So we're at 130.
Make sure you use the cross tightening pattern shown on the screen right now.
Okay, so now we have the spacer installed. We have it all torqued up to 130 Newton meters. Now time to put the wheel back on. Okay, now we're going to put these back on, the wheel nuts, and after that we're going to get back to you to show you the difference. And of course the wheel nuts we are also going to put to 130 Newton meter torque. Catch you in a minute. One is done, and now we can actually show you the difference. So if we align with the wheel well, you can see where the tire is now in relation to the other side, where when aligned with the wheel well, the tire falls completely in the wheel well. So doing well. The first one went nicely, and we have a problem like I suspected, or was a little bit weary of. When you put the spacers on, of course the angle that the wheel is turning in changes, and now we are rubbing right here in the wheel well. So we're gonna see what happens when we take off this part, and if we're okay then. If not, we're gonna remove them from the front try and figure out some other solution and put spacers on the back wheels. All right, get back to you in a minute.
Old Grey is still very, very messy from our adventure last weekend. We haven't had time to clean her up
We
yet.
got the right rear wheel done, and as you saw a minute ago, that was inside the wheel well. Now, if we line it up like this, you can see it sticks out a teeny bit. I'd say maybe 3 centimeters out of the wheel well, and exactly what we wanted. Now it lines up very nicely and looking good, so maybe later we'll find some kind of solution in the sense of smaller spacers for the front, but at this point it's looking really nice with the new rock sliders on the back. So one more side to go. We've taken them off the front side already, and I'm now gonna get it the same thing done for this rear wheel, and then the work for today is done. Okay, we have the last spacer on the left rear wheel, looking all shiny and new. We're gonna have to get that dirty soon. So now put the wheel on and we will show you the end result, and then we are done for today. End result, when we line it up with the car, you can see the wheel sticking out a little bit. And the reason, of course, we're doing this is trying to get a little bit more stability for the off-camber obstacles. And I like to know that the wheel is sticking out a little bit from the actual quarter panels, to make sure that if you actually touch something, you know, the stuff will all be caught up by the rock sliders and the rubber of the wheels. So, mission accomplished. My brother is still over here checking the last wheel nuts.
Yep, done.
All right, thank you. And then on this side, same result. So it's looking good on both sides now. All right, that was the end of this episode, and catch you guys later. Hydration.
Goed zo.
Blah. It's important to make sure you cross them up. Yeah.
Blooper reel.
Yeah.
What's important, Tommy? Die gaan we er heel vaak in zetten. Die...
What am I doing?
Je draait hem los.
Ja?
Ja. Zet daar vooral de
Again.
vertaling onder.
Weet je wat? Hier, let op.
Is
Nice.
dat er nog op hoe ik dat heb gedaan?
Ja?
That was a very efficient way to get a wheel off the car.